Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namne Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I would like to check with online devotees if you are able to hear clearly. Clear? Yes. Clear? Okay, good. Thank you. All right. So we'd like to welcome all the devotees who have taken out your valuable time on a weekday and come to the temple to listen to the glories of Navamida Bhakti. Okay? So any points from yesterday, even online, you're welcome to share your points. I will read out. Any good points from yesterday that you appreciated about Kirtan? Anything that was striking, anything you liked? Online, offline? Yes. Yes, Keshav Prabhu. You absolutely don't need any material qualification in order to do Kirtan. Haribol, isn't that a great news? Anybody can do it. Wonderful point, Prabhu. One Haribol. Haribol. That's the beauty of Bhakti. In order to do any limb of Bhakti as such, you don't need any qualification, material qualification, so to speak. But to do Kirtan, there's absolutely no rules and regulations, no qualification. That's great. Anyone else? Yeah? Any other point? If you've made notes, you can look at your notes and speak. Yes, one more. Go ahead. Yes. Irrespective of your situation, we can perform Kirtan. All right. Okay, there's a question. Please remind us where in Shastra the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is stated. Anyone knows? I told. Yes, Kali Santarana Upanishad. That's the place where we have the Hare Krishna Mahamantra clearly stated. Very good. Anybody else? Obstacles in chanting. So, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri. These are the 4 obstacles majorly, and there's some more mentioned, right? So these are some of the obstacles in chanting. Okay, there's some more points. Inattentive chanting is the mother of all offenses. Very true. I liked how we went over the offenses and you briefly talked about the 64 offenses stated in NOD. Okay, thank you. Thank you. That was a question asked and we followed up. One last point before we dive deep into today's discussion. Yes, 3 levels of chanting. What are they? Aparadhanam, offensive chanting. Second, Namabhas. Almost there, but not exactly there. That Namabhas is something that can liberate you, free you from all sins. And then finally, Shuddhanam. Shuddhanam is that which avoids you, Krishna Prema. All right. So, what is the mantra? What exactly to do to get from Aparadhanam to Shuddhanam? What did we discuss? Chant Panchatattva mantra, very good. To punch the offensive nature in chanting, then go on chanting and repent. Very good. Very good. So you all encapsulated most of the stuff. Now let's proceed ahead to today's discussion. So who is actually the Acharya for hearing, Shravanam? Parikshit Maharaj. What about who's the Acharya for Kirtanam? Shukadev Goswami. Now, which is the next limb? Remembrance, which is Smaranam. And who's the Acharya for Smaranam? Prahlad Maharaj. Ideally, today we are supposed to be in 4, but we are 3. We're lagging behind. We'll try to cover up for that. Let's try. Okay, here we are. Smaranam. Okay, just before Smaranam, I Smaranam something. I remembered something. And that Smaranam something is taking out your wonderful phones, Android phones, iPhones, my phones, your phones, everyone's phones, and go on silent, please. Thank you. So that is the Smaranam that should happen. Okay, Smaranam Acharya. Who's the Acharya for Smaranam? Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. So Smaranam, to remember Krishna. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam, to remember Krishna. Okay. I was reading a very wonderful purport by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur on the purport of the Bhagavatam, Sarartha Darshini. There he mentions a very nice formula. You want to know the formula? It's spiritual mathematical formula. You like to know? Okay, he says, Shravanam, please repeat after me, plus Kirtanam is equal to Smaranam. Nice, right? So Shravanam plus Kirtanam is equal to Smaranam. So that's the formula. So if you want to remember Krishna, we are supposed to do nice Shravanam and Kirtanam. Now I would like to ask all of you this japa. Krishna says one should perform yajna, right? Yajnarthat karmano nyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Unless you don't perform yajna, you are going to get sinfully bound up in this material world. Yes or no? Yes. So, which is the best yajna? What does Krishna say in the Bhagavad Gita? 10 chapters, shloka number 25.
Japa yajnosmi. Yajnanam japa yajnosmi.
Dash yajnosmi. Japa yajnosmi. Try to guess. Come on, guess. Somebody is going to go and see it on the Google. What is it? Rocky Prabhu, I know. No, you can see. There's no problem. It's open book test. My test is never closed book. It's all open book. You can see. So Krishna says yajnanam japa yajnosmi. So all the yajnas, and what yajna? Japa yajna, chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So yesterday we spoke about Kirtan. So Japa is what? Japa is Shravanam, because you have to hear the holy name. Or Japa is Kirtanam. You're supposed to chant the holy name. What is Japa? How many of you say Shravanam? Let's take vote. Democracy. People are doubtful. Okay, just two. Okay. How many of you say Japa is Prabhu positively Kirtanam? How many of you say you're confused? That's also an option, right? Okay, Krishna Vidya Prabhu. Okay, so Japa is actually, you may be thinking I'm going to say both, but Japa is Smaranam.
So why not Kirtan?
It is both, no? Kirtan is glorifying the Lord when we are singing in the congregation. Like in Mangalarti, there's Guru Ashtakam. After Guru Ashtakam, they have the Kirtans. But when we are doing japa, which is done softly and slowly, as Prabhupada says, that is Smaranam. That's the way we are remembering Krishna. So that's deeper than Kirtanam. Yes? So if we have heard nicely the holy name, and we have recited nicely the holy name, that gives us the strength to sit down and very nicely do japa, which is Smaranam, remembering Krishna. So when you would ask, how to remember Krishna, Prabhupada would say, chant Hare Krishna. You would say confidently, right? Yes, japa is Smaranam. Alright, so let's go on going very deeper. Again, fill in the blanks exercise starts now. After one regularly performs the process of hearing and chanting, and after the core of one's heart is Smaranam, remembering is recommended. Okay. That's what is going to be systematic. So first one has to hear, process of hearing. Then one has to chant sufficiently. Then one can remember. We many times says, what is this person doing? They say Nama Smaran. You heard that? How many of you heard this word Nama Smaran? Yes, Namasmaran is actually remembering the holy name, the japa. Correct? In the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.1.11, Shukadev Goswami tells King Parikshit, please repeat after me. Etan nirvidyamananam ichchatam akuto bhayam yoginam nirpaniranitam harir namanukirtanam. We'll read the translation together, all of us. O King, for great yogis who have completely renounced all material connections, for those who desire all material enjoyment, and for those who are self satisfied by the dint of transcendental knowledge, constant chanting of the holy name of the Lord is my God. There's so much of qualification required. Nirvidyamananam, Ichchatam Kudobhayam, Yoginam. Yes, these three people. So what is recommended? If we are not in this category, what should we do? We are not nirvidyamananam. We are not aspiring for akuto vayam ichcha. Yes, that's it. Still chant. Doesn't matter. We still chant. All right. According to different relationships with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there are varieties of Namanu Kirtanam. So all the Smaran is there. See the connection between Namanu Kirtanam and Smaranam is going to come. There are varieties of Namanukirtanam, chanting of the holy name, and thus, according to different relationships and mellows, there are 5 kinds of remembering. So, please, now here comes our topic. What is that? 5 types of Smaranam. Did I tell you this before? Remember? Did I tell or not? No? I think you all forgot. No problem. Let's see what are the 5 types of Smaranam. A. Conducting research into the worship of a particular form of Lord. What does this mean to all of you? Conducting research. So once Prabhupada, he said that okay, we also should have a wing. We should have a scientific wing. So devotees came up with the name Bhaktivedanta Research Institute. Prabhupada said you should. What is the meaning of research? There is nothing to research. Everything is already there. Then they removed the research and they made it Bhaktivedanta Institute. There's nothing, no need to research, Prabhupada said. So in this case, why is Prabhupada telling research? Any idea? Conducting research into worship of a particular form. Anybody? Try, don't worry. Philosophical speculation allowed, mental speculation not allowed. So whatever you have heard, read so far, you definitely can try to share. You won't be wrong, don't worry.
Knowing truth.
Okay?
Knowing truth.
Okay, getting knowledge. Good. Okay, to know more details about the particular form of Lord, nice. Gain knowledge, know more details. Yes, that is what is research, which means you study scriptures. Study scriptures of the different forms of bona fide forms of the Lord. Lord has how many forms? Should I give options? How many forms does he have? Unlimited. Unlimited forms. We cannot count that many forms Lord has taken. So there is a but we are all attracted to a particular form of God. And what is a particular form of God we are worshipping? Yes. Prema alo galatsa chal. This particular sloka. Prema jana churita bhakti vilochanena santas sadeva hridayeshu vilokayanti. Hem shama sundaram achintya guna swarupam govindamadi purusham. Shama sundaram. Yes. And he's playing this beautiful flute. Come on, describe Radha Madhav. How is he? Anyone? Start. You have not seen his form? Yes, Prabhu. Oh, he's not there right now. He's hidden himself. But still. Tribhanga. His body is bent at 3 places. Where? His head, his hands, his legs. Okay. He's bent. His hips, his neck, and his legs. His body is bent at 3 forms. What else you know about him? He has a smiling face. He's playing the flute. Yes. He has a peacock feather. Very good. Huh? Mega Shamu. But you may say, Prabhu, but our Radha Mother is. Ah. So once a person came, he told that even the deities where I was serving the temple, the deities are white deities. Person came, everything is nice except Krishna's color. This is not Krishna's color. That's what he was telling me. The Krishna in the right color, you need to have the right eyes to see that color. You have not yet realized that color. Otherwise, that is the eyes of the Lord. So, anything more?
He's beautifully dressed.
He's beautifully dressed. Ghungrale bal, he has the curly locks of hair. What else? Till the time my details don't run out, I'll keep asking. Yes, he has lotus like eyes. Very good. Yes? Yes, he has a fresh garland. Yes, Vanamala, we call it. The forest flower garland. Beautiful. What else? Go on. Yeah, he has very, very beautiful feet, tender, soft feet with many, many imprints, many impressions.
He's surrounded by friends and gopis.
Yes, he's surrounded with his associates. Prabhu is able to see. Wow. At least he's surrounded by his consort for now. But yes, his entourage, the entire entourage is there. Very nice. Lord is never alone.
Playing flute.
Taken already. Thank you. He has a bugle on his waist. Very good. A horn, a bugle. Buffalo horn, people call it. Yes? Yes, there is jewelry. Wonderful jewelry. Very nice. And last, what is the garment he's wearing? Okay, Pitambar is the Lord's garment today, on this day. Yes, he's wearing that, and he also has a very beautiful Angavastra. What did we all just now do? Yeah, Tilak, very nice. What did we do just now? We, Ashapu, tell loudly.
Remember.
We are remembering the Lord. Got it? Does it help or not to remember? So just now what we did, we remembered the Lord. Right? So these all things help us to remember the Lord. Once what happened? One person asked, can you show me Krishna? Prabhupada told a devotee, bring that photo. And he showed, this is Krishna. They said, hey, this is some statue. He said, no, this is Krishna. They showed very clearly, this is Krishna. Now, for example, that person was not accepting. Then Prabhupada said, all right, show me your wife. Then he took a photo from his wallet and showed. Hey, same thing I did. I too did the same thing. By seeing the photo, you are remembering your wife. Similarly, by seeing the deity form, you are remembering Krishna.
Just
Yes.
one thing, one child actually, student, he was asking, okay, if this is the Krishna, why so much variation? Why here Krishna is looking like this? Why there Krishna is looking
Beautiful
like this?
question.
Yeah.
Thank you. Beautiful question.
On top of
You got
that-
his question? You want to add more?
On
Okay.
top of that question is like Krishna has so much of different form.
Yeah.
Why Krishna form is taken as a priority compared to others?
Very good. Very good. We'll come to both. I'd like to first answer this. No, let's answer it anyways. And I request others to hold your questions till the end, but I will answer because they asked. I'll definitely answer this. Others, please hold it. And in the end, we can release it one by one. Okay, you can shoot. Number one, why there is so much of variation even in Krishna's form? If you look at Krishna in Dwarka, Krishna married 16,108 princesses. And what did Krishna do? There's a description that each princess looked different. Some princes, they were all beautiful. They had a little longer nose. So Krishna also changed his nose to a little longer so that they both are matching. Some of them had little bit slightly like these eyes. So Krishna also made his eyes little bit like this so that they both look husband and wife. Some girls were little taller than the usual. So Krishna also little bit increased his height. Little more so that they look matching to each other. So Krishna is so merciful, so beautiful that he takes that padyadya dhyata urugai vibhavayanti tattad vapu pranayase tadanugraha. The form in which the devotee loves to worship Krishna, he can adjust his features for his devotees. Similarly, in the Ras Leela, do we have the picture somewhere? Okay, you can find it. There's one gopi who's doing like this. So Krishna for her is doing like this, exactly matching. One gopi is doing like this, Krishna is doing like this, matching. So once there is love, yes, there is love, Krishna can dance to the tune of his devotees. So you can adjust those features just to accommodate. So which one is the original Krishna? Everybody is. So Krishna matches that particular form for that particular devotee. Is it okay? Yeah. Now coming to that, we have so many different forms. Why do we accept Krishna? Ramadi Murti Shoshakala Niyamena Trishtan Nana Avatara Karot Bhuvaneshu Kintu. Krishna Swayam Bhagavata Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is the Shastra. Brahma himself has told. Rama, Varaha, Narasimha, Vamana, etc. These are all various forms. But Krishna is, they are all Bhagavan. But Krishna is called Swayam Bhagavan. Because he is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. Govindam Adi Purusham. That is why this particular form is considered to be primeval, number one. Number two, even we read the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. When Krishna comes to this material world, once in a day of Brahma, he brings all avatars with him. Chalo Vaman, come, Rama, come, Balram, come, Sudarshan, come, yes, Narayan, come, Mahavishnu, Garbhodaksha, Vishnu, Shirodaksha, everybody together. He brings everyone along with him. Right? Hanuman does meet Krishna. He was there in Ram Leela, he meets. And he feels the same satisfaction. Of course, he is attached to his form of the Lord as Ramachandra. But he understands, I'm with my Lord. I am right now with my Lord. Why? Because Krishna carries Ram also with him when he comes. So he is the Purna Purushottama. Is that all right? Yeah. Let's go ahead. So just now we all practically did research. This is the research that Prabhupada is talking about in the various forms of the Lord. And that made us remember Krishna. Number two, concentrating the mind on one subject and withdrawing the mind's activities of thinking, feeling, and willing from all other subjects. Do we do this?
Keep on trying.
We try? Yeah, this is an attempt. This is an attempt. Concentrating on one subject. Right now, where you're concentrating on? Thank God. At least he's showing you. Thanks. Others are wondering where you want us to concentrate, Prabhuji. Yes, so we are trying to focus on the subject matter of Srimad Bhagavatam. And we withdraw mind's activities from all other material thinking, willing, and feeling. Yes, these things we remove. We remove our mind from that. We just focus on one subject. Okay, let us now sit and learn about Smaranam, the remembrance of Krishna. Now, this is also a practice. So, once we have done this is somewhat like recollection. Got it now? Like we are doing Smaranam. What did we do in the beginning of the class? What did I tell you to do?
Remember.
Yes, what all different points. So we are remembering Krishna with it. So I remember we were attending our Bhakti Vaibhav. It's a course. Yes, Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Sarabhaum. There are different courses in ISKCON. So we're doing Bhakti Vaibhav. All devotees saying, course session is very nice. Bhagavatam also very nice. Teachers are also very nice. This forum is so very nice. But these exams is not nice. Don't take exam now. Give a certificate for attendance. Our teacher said, he gave a very beautiful answer for this. He said, the purpose of exam is not that, oh, well, you cut my mark, put 1 mark, like we do in schools. Oh, you got more than me. How much did you get, Prabhu? That is not the purpose of exams. The purpose of exams is we remember Krishna. That is the purpose behind all other Bhakti Shastras and exams we write. That our remembrance of Krishna increases. If you study, you remember points. If you don't study, you really remember Krishna. Krishna, please tell me the points. Either ways, you remember Krishna. Don't worry. Right? So you study and remember Krishna. Don't study, remember Krishna more. Krishna, please. It is said, I know only one point. Mattas smritir jnanam apoharam. So Krishna gives the knowledge, remembrance, and forgetfulness from the heart. Please give me. So we're trying to remember Krishna that way. Right? Online devotees, you're with me? Nod ahead, do something. Okay, fine. They have blessed me. Others can turn on video also and bless. So that's another thing. Concentrating mind on one subject and withdrawing. So this withdrawal is very, very important. I was
I will forget for that reason. Sorry, pardon me if I
give him a notebook pen.
Concentrating in one subject.
Yes.
So this is very difficult for we the general people.
Mm.
But as a monk, as a sannyasi, what you exactly do to concentrate on particular one point?
Well asked. So what exactly do we do to concentrate on one subject, one thing at a time? Because mind does get boggled. So how to get that monk's focus? See, I'm also developed. I'll be honest with you. I'm developing. Yes. And I'm happy with my progress, but I still want to go more. I'm being very honest. Alright. So how do we develop that? That is what is called as sadhana, practice. We have to practice. I'll give you a very nice pointer which really helped me a lot and it will still help people. This is many monks used to do this. This is called as Einstein's distraction index chart. You heard of this? Albert Einstein wanted to come to a state. Of course, this is there in Shastra, but Albert Einstein practiced it very effectively. He's the modern day Acharya who practiced concentration. He was so focused and concentrated that after 30 days he came up with a formula and says, now I'll go and meet my family. He said, what family? Every day our wife was coming home and coming to the lab and feeding you lunch, talking to you and going back. But he was so focused. Right? So what he would do is each time he maintained a notebook, each time he would get distracted, he will draw a line with this, a tally mark. Second time, 2. Third time, 3. Fourth time, 4. Fifth time, cross. You all know this, right? And you keep measuring this. You keep measuring this. You keep improving your performance. Right? So each time, the first challenge is to recognize we got distracted. Many people don't even realize this. That we are got distracted. We first start Hare Krishna, Krishna. Wow, Krishna is having peacock feather. Peacock. Last time when did I see peacock? I saw peacocks in the zoo. Zoo. What my favorite animal in the zoo was rhinoceros. Oh, that person looks like a rhinoceros. That person is, my neighborhood. But his house is better. Houses I need to better go. Have experience? Where have you gone?
No,
You are far away from Krishna. At least by this time we should recognize. Come back. Where were you? So I was chanting, okay. I need to hold my feet properly and chant. So at least when slowly we start recognizing. Many people don't even recognize. Beats are over, their hand automatically goes down. And that person's house. I think I need to also buy. Northeast is very nice location. Krishna, Krishna, Hare, 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 Ram. No, I think Southeast will be better. Ram, Ram, Hare, Hare is going on. Best is downtown, okay. But it's very costly, okay. No, I'll do 3 jobs, no problem. It is going on. Beats are going and finally rounds over. Fine. What is over? Is a Prabhu chanting finished? No, Maya finished us. We didn't finish chanting. Maya is finished us. Happens. Yeah. So first is recognizing that distraction. And the more we start recognizing a distraction, the sooner we start recognizing distraction. After the recognition is done, then we start this 1, 2, 3, 4, and we will see that slowly to reduce. Any behavior actually. Somebody has a habit of, boasting about themselves. Take it, no problem. Okay, one time I did it, sorry. Second time, third time. At the end of the day, you can see, okay, today I glorified myself, self-aggrandizement, blowing my own trumpet 5 times. Next day it will be 3 times. It will reduce. The more we become conscious, to that degree, we will be attentive and alert. And before even it comes out, we'll bite our tongue. No, don't speak. Keep it inside. Come on, take it in, take it in. Okay, good boy. Happens like that. Okay. Is that all right? Works? Good. Now, concentrating on a particular form of Lord, this is called as meditation. Meditation. Now, we have fixed the form of Lord and now fixed our mind. 2 things are brought into control, correct? We know the form clearly, we have done research, and even our mind is trained. So now we start concentrating on the Lord. And how exactly do we concentrate on the mind? I'll give you one sample demonstration from Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam mentions everything. Yes. Can we all read together? The devotee should first concentrate his mind on the Lord's lotus feet, which are adorned with the marks of a thunderbolt, a gourd, a banner, and a lotus. The splendor of their beautiful ruby nails resembles the orb of the moon and dispels the thick gloom of one's, then the glory of moon. Yes. The blessed Lord Shiva becomes all the more blessed by bearing on his head the holy waters of the Ganges, which has its source in the water that washed the Lord's lotus feet. The Lord's feet act like thunderbolts heard to shatter the mountain of sin stored in the mind of meditating devotee. One should therefore meditate on the lotus feet for a long time. So, one limb of the Lord we meditate. How many of you seen devotees standing in front of the Lord for a long time? Yes, they are meditating, starting from the lotus feet, slowly raising up one by one, slowly till the face. That meditation is something Avishta Chetana Bhavaya Kalpate. The more we bring in Krishna in our consciousness, na Bhavaya Kalpate, we are not going to enter into material consciousness. Right? So this is the consciousness we have to get in. The more darshan we have of Lord, we will not be attracted to the illusory forms outside in the world.
But in most cases, lotus feet is covered by clothes.
You see properly, it will be there.
Yeah.
Meditation and
Come tomorrow, Mangalarti. We'll see.
can meditation and chanting go together, or meditation is complete
No,
meditation?
one thing at a time. We don't take prasad and worship together. Yeah, we don't. One thing at a time. Okay, so particular form and meditation, concentration.
Go back on meditation. When you're going from like this down to up, are you just thinking of like the Lord, or what do you?
Remembering his. That's what I gave you the hint. Go to the third canto Srimad Bhagavatam, 28th chapter, 20. This is the whole chapter or instructions of how to do meditation. I'm not saying details. Right? So this is giving the chapter. You can note it down, go back and refer it. So meditation, one thing is to see the different features. The second thing is to know its glories. That's what is there. We can go and see it. And at our stage, the lotus feet is the most important part of the Lord, more than even his face. Yeah.
More than
His face, lotus face. Lotus feet is important because we want service. So we do this. So this is homework for all of you. We'll do it. I'll also do 28, 20. What is the verse? 21, 22. Yeah. Onwards. You can just have a look at it. This teaches very good. Next, concentrating one's mind continuously. This is called Dhruvanusmriti. Perfect meditation. Now, what is the difference between these two? One thing is the timing. Some of them, like we all have personal stamina. Some of them chant 4 rounds, some chant 8 rounds, some chant 16, some chant 32, some can chant 64. Can chant more rounds if they have. That is one stamina. Some can hear Bhagavatam class for, some people have stamina for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, they start looking here and there. Stamina is gone. Some people 1 hour. After 1 hour, they start looking at watch. And some of them start looking at kitchen. Prasad, Prabhu. They're smiling. Some people have great stamina. They can hear for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours together. When our course classes happen, yes, we have course classes for 4 hours. And in my time zone, it happens early morning. Or not early morning, midnight. The classes are in India, I log in here. So that requires rapt attention. And we have built that stamina. Continuous 4 hours and then 2 sessions sometimes. 8 hours education. Wow, we develop that. So the more one has developed this kind of concentration. And now, finally, awakening a likening for a conversation upon a particular form is called as samadhi. Now, here till now, a person was meditating, yes, with DT form, etc. But here a person can spontaneously remember the Lord. Now the altar is closed. He can still remember the Lord. That is called as Samadhi. Trance. Now I just wanted to share something. Is this our path? Is this what we have learned? Is this what Prabhupada has taught us? Yes, the purport is writing Prabhu. But what exactly is our path? Our path is chanting, no? Yes? Isn't our path chanting? Yes? So there is yet another Rupa. Yes, this is actually the Rupa of Lord, but there is one more Rupa. And that Rupa, I'll tell you what is it. Please repeat after me. Iti murtyabhidanena mantra murtimam yajate yajna purusham sa samyak darshanah puman. One of you can read loudly.
Thus, he is the actual seer who worships in the form of transcendental sound representation, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, who has no material form.
This is our way. The form of transcendental sound. This is called as mantra rupa. What is it called? Yes, mantra murti or mantra rupa. So we are worshippers of mantra murti. Then why is Prabhupada mentioning all this? Yes, this also we have to do. But our main process is the chanting of the holy name. And these things we are doing, right? These all 5 steps if we take. This is done by, of course, the yogis, they do the same things for the Paramatma, form. And if you look at the ones who are doing deity, the bhaktas who do deity worship, they also can do this. But our murti or our form is mantra. Yes, that is the Smaranam that we have to do. This is at very advanced stage. But at our given state also we can do Smaranam. That is to get into the details and focus on the mantra rupa. Because otherwise, leaving aside all chanting, people will go and start the Smaranam. But what does Prabhupada say? When can we do this Smaranam? After one regularly performs the process of hearing and chanting, and after one's course of the heart is completely cleansed, then this is the process. But what can we practically do? We can practically focus on the mantra rupa at our stage. Try to, of course, we don't need to do research. We can perfect our pronunciation on Hare, Krishna, and Ram properly. Then don't get distracted during chanting. Next, chant for 16 rounds. Next, on Ekadasi, stand 64 rounds. And then finally, keep chanting always. This is our process. Mental concentration upon particular pastimes of the Lord in particular circumstances is also called as dominance. How do we do this? Now, suppose one day when we find one devotee. Prabhu, what are you doing? Prabhu, remembering pastimes. That's not the way we remember pastime. We remember a pastime when we are listening the Bhagavatam. We listen, that's when we remember. And how am I remembering the pastime? By speaking. I'll show you this also. Again, the Bhagavatam proves this. This is second canto, first chapter, 5th. Tasmat Bharata Sarvatma Bhagavan Ishvaro Harihi Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha Smartavyascha Ichchata Bhayam. So this cha, I don't know if you all know Sanskrit. What is the meaning of cha in Sanskrit? Very good. This basic Sanskrit. So when you hear, you can hear. But when you do kirtan, you have to hear also. That's why it's called Shrotavyascha Kirtan. In Sanskrit, you don't put and in between two words, you put in the end. So Shrotavya Kirtitavyascha means when you're doing kirtan, you have to hear also. So cha means also. also sometimes. And then Smartavya, again what is coming? Cha, which means what? We have to remember either while listening or while speaking. That's the way we have to remember. So Prabhupada is translating cha as also, and he's translating over cha as and also. Yes. And also remember. So this remembrance, that's what Acharya explained, should be done Shrotavya, Kirtitavya at our stage. This is very important. So that's what is going to give us the remembrance. Correct? Therefore, Samadhi, trance, can possibly be in 5 different ways in terms of one special relationship. Especially the trance of devotees in the stage of neutrality is called as mental concentration. That's what. So Samadhi can be in according to one's relationship. There are 5 relationships. What are they? Yes, Shanta, Dasya, Sakhya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. Which means Shanta is what? Neutrality. The trees in Vrindavan, they are examples of Shantas. They have that admiration. What about Dasya? Yes, the servants, Vitraka, Bhatraka, Ratraka, all these servants of Krishna. Sakhya, friends of Krishna, Sudama, Madhumangal, Subal. Vatsalya, yes, parent, Nanda, Yashoda. Madhurya, the gopis. So 5 types of relationship. That rasas go even further. So that's why this Smaranam mentioned here is a very, very lofty concept for us at this point of time. So what can we do? How did Srila Prabhupada increase our Smaranam of Krishna? You know that? Practically, how we can increase Smaranam of Krishna? So Prabhupada said you can increase Smaranam of Krishna by doing the preaching activity. Go out for book distribution, speak to people about Krishna, and that way you remember Krishna more. Because the person is on the field for distributing books. What is he remember? This is a Smaranam Prabhupada taught us. Oh, I am actually serving in Prabhupada's mission. I am a servant of Krishna. I am here to do Krishna's work. This is Smaranam. That's the practical Smaranam that Prabhupada taught us. Okay? Okay, we have some time. What I'll do is because we don't want to lag, right? So I'll just take few lines of Pada Sevanam and then we'll continue the same Pada Sevanam tomorrow. Maybe we will take till here. And then we'll have question answers. The next step after Smaranam is what? Pada Sevanam. What does literally Pada Sevanam means? Literal meaning? Serving the lotus feet of Lord. And who is the embodiment of that? Who is the Acharya? Amrish Maharaj. Amrish Maharaj does everything, you're right. But specifically? Mother Lakshmi. She's constantly serving Lord's lotus feet. According to one's taste and strength, hearing, chanting, and remembrance may be followed by Pada Sevanam. That doesn't mean that we don't do Pada Sevanam of Lord. No. We need to understand to the degree we our hearing, chanting, and remembrance is strong, to that degree one will have little bit of Pada Sevanam. This keeps building. I'll just give an example. Okay. This is our hearing. When our hearing increases, we qualify for Kirtan. Okay. When our hearing further increases, we qualify for more Kirtan. As a result, more Smaran. You get it? That's how it is. More hearing, more Kirtan, more Smaran, and it goes on. Also, what is the base or the foundation? Hearing. Sure. That's what Prabhupada said in the previous discussion that we did. So that's what. So base is according to one's taste and strength. One may have taste for Pada Sevanam, but the strength for Pada Sevanam will depend on this foundation. Is it clear? Okay. One obtains the perfection of remembering when one constantly thinks of the lotus feet of the Lord. Yes, this is the beginning, right? Lotus feet. We saw that. But being intensely attached to thinking of the lotus feet of the Lord is called as Pada Sevanam. So that's what. When Smaranam intensifies, it gives rise to Pada Sevanam. So in this particular, I just wanted to introduce this concept. We'll discuss more in tomorrow's. So only when Smaranam is intensified, Pada Sevanam begins. All right. At this point of time, I'd like to pause here and invite questions in the line. Gaurav, is there another mic which you can circulate so devotees can ask questions? Right. Who would like to ask? Anyone? Online devotees can also type in their questions. Oh, it's all clear. There's going to be, for those who came offline, there's going to be something very special. If not, it is going to be a very special bhajan listening. That's why we're not going to take up the projector.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhu, so we talked briefly about the different forms of Lord while you were answering the question. So I want to know what's the difference between worshipping different forms of the Lord? Is it just like one's own attraction towards a form? And is like, for example, if someone is attracted to Lord Ram's form, does that become a hindrance towards serving or like Krishna directly or?
No. So whenever Rupa Goswami mentioned this definition of bhakti, anya vilashita shunyam jnana karmadinavritam anukulena krishnanu. So whenever he says Krishna, it's all including all the Vishnu tattvas. There is absolutely no hindrance. No way. Yes. But we need to understand that when a devotee becomes very intense, I'll tell you, as the devotee becomes intense lover of Krishna, then just like gopis, they saw Narayan, they just offered obeisances. Narayana, where is Krishna? Show us. So they are more interested in Krishna than even Narayan. Somebody becomes even more interested. So once Raghunath Das Goswami was given a particular Mahaprasad. This is prasad from where? This is from Sakistali. That is the place of Chandravali. He threw it. That he can do, he can't do. He said, she is my Radharani's rival. I will not take. So as one's mood intensifies, that spiritual rivalry or that spiritual fanaticism that comes. It comes. But we at our stage, imagine Gaurav Prabhu. Lord Ram is coming in front of you. What you will do? Dandavat Pranam, how can I serve you? Radha Madhav comes in front of you. What will you do? Same thing. So for us, we have not developed that rasa yet. And the concept of rasa is beyond the stage of prema. Right? Because we have not developed that also. At least I have not developed. I don't know about you. So beyond the stages of prema comes the rasa. So rasa is meaningless without prema. So after that love, then these things can be at our stage. There is no difference. All are respectable. All are worshipable. In fact, we even worship Radha Krishna just like Lakshmi Narayan. That's what Prabhupada wanted us to do. In awe and reverence and particular Aishwarya. That's how we do in Vaidhi Bhakti. Raga Bhakti has different rules. Love is beyond rules. Is that okay? Yeah. Bhajan only for offline. Yes. I'm just kidding. You all can be there. Don't worry.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. So you told about when we are chanting, sometimes remembering the pastimes of Krishna is like, suppose if we are chanting and you have read about Krishna or you have read a story in the Krishna's book, so can we have that thinking instead of mind going somewhere else and looking at the material things? So can we bring it back and either think of that?
Okay. It's a very nice thought actually to remember past times, but what I would suggest is not to do that because our mind will trick us. We'll get cheated. So best is if mind is going, we can see some past, we can hear some past time, we can remember, then go back to chanting. There is no problem with that. I'll just hear something for some nourishment, some fuel. So you can hear sometime very nice. Okay, some 10, 15 minutes, some lecture. Okay, now I'll go back. That is okay. That's completely all right. But then lecture, while we are hearing lecture, we chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Lecture is going on. Bhagavan Shri Krishna, sabke adhipati hai. And we are neither paying proper attention there, nor we are not chanting. So best is we stop, we prepare, and we get a little more prepared, and we can go on. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Sure. We will take one last question. If there are some questions from the Vaishnavis. More getting down.
Prabhu, we are discussing a lot of names right now, like Kirtanam, Smaranam, Shravanam, everything. And we are trying to do various activities in our day-to-day life as well. Starting from chanting, listening to lectures, listening to aartis. How should we divide them in our day, and whom should we give most priority? Like we'll do this. Because right now we are giving unequal time to everything. Like I'm listening, like for example, I'm listening to lecture only for 20 minutes, chanting for 2 hours, listening to art only for 3 hours. I don't know how much time I'm
Let's do Aarti for 3 hours.
3 minutes. Sorry,
Okay.
it's in the 3 minutes. So, like my time is undivided and randomly to each and every point, and I don't know how. Maybe 50% or not even that. I pass to remember it. I just try to listen. But how should we manage our time and what activities should we prioritize?
Good question. So Prabhupada, he has given us the morning program. He has given us good program. That program shows what is the priority, because it's the acharyas who know the essentials, they know the details, and thus they properly put things. So everything is a priority at a particular time. At 5 o'clock in the morning, what is the priority? Mangalarti, because that's the time for that. Then after Mangalarti, what is the priority? Japa. Then after Japa, what is the priority? After Guru Puja, of course, the Bhagavatam class. Alright. So every particular time has a priority, especially when we are in the temple. And what we can do at our homes or our places is try to replicate some similar kind of a schedule as per our time, place, circumstances. But certain things are uncompromisable. You cannot say, okay, since I'm at home, I'll not chant 16 rounds, I'll chant 6 rounds. Anyway, I'm at home, right? No, if you have taken 16, then we don't compromise that. But in temple, the aarti may go on for 25 minutes. Okay, we do not have much of a time for that. Right, so let us do it at least for 10 minutes at home. Something we can do. But something is better than nothing as per our situation. So that is not something which is compromise. That doesn't mean that aarti, okay, we will not do. So what can be compromised, what cannot be compromised. Time can be reduced, but you cannot say, okay, Krishna, sorry, I will just offer you agarbatti and some flowers. No. Morning full worship. Fine. When that was also not there, all right, fine. Flower, agarbatti, flower, and fan. Something. If you offer agarbatti, you have to offer flower, otherwise it's offense. So as per our situation, we try to, okay, reduce. Do aarti at least, some aarti, something I offered to Krishna. So aarti ke liye time. Some devotees do that. They do aarti, they will sing. Something. Okay, so that is something which we can do. Another thing, Bhagavatam class. Now Bhagavatam class is something which in temple we have it for an hour. Okay, we may not have so much time there. What to do? Alright, at least let us hear some half an hour Bhagavatam. 20 minutes. Whatever standard we can say. But chanting is something that we cannot compromise. Is that okay? So in principle, we are supposed to do everything. But now how to make it tailor-made for us based on situations? We can take guidance of some senior devotee and do it. Then there is something called taste also. Yes, so once you have done the minimum morning program, then there is taste. So I like to chant more. Okay, chant. So I like to read more books. So you read more. I like to hear more lectures. You hear. After we have done the minimum, how much Prabhupada books we should read? You know what Prabhupada says to us? Then he says, okay, fine, 1 hour. And then he makes a statement, somebody not reading 30 minutes also is in Maya. Somebody not reading for even 30 minutes is in Maya. That way devotees say, okay, at least 30 minutes, the minimum. So let's do rock bottom minimum of everything. Finally, coming to your question. And then as per our taste liking, we can do more other things. Does it help? Good. There's an online question, Anant Vishnu Prabhu. While chanting, if you get service related thoughts, is it okay or we should focus on hearing only? Hari, I just have one lesson from Damodar Leela. You want to hear? Are you sure? Okay, I'll
Yes.
tell you. So Damodar Leela, what was Yashoda Maya doing? She was churning. That was her project. That is her service. To whom service? To Krishna only. And then what did she started chanting and serving. Yes. Because that was not her sadhana. She is beyond sadhana. So she can chant and so we cannot do that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. You know, Mother Yashoda is beyond the sadhana. So she's chanting and she's singing. So if you chant, who comes? Krishna comes. Okay. And said, now I want milk. So she started feeding milk. But then what happened? That feeding milk is the japa for us, the personal time with Krishna. Service is also for Krishna, but the feeding milk is like our personal time with Krishna. Suddenly, what she remembered? Milk is pearl. That is also service. For whose milk it is there? Padmagandha cows for Krishna, milk being kept for Krishna, to be butter for Krishna, everything for Krishna. So she left Krishna and went. What did Krishna say? If you left me and you're doing even my project, I'll destroy your project. He destroyed everything. Got the point, right? He broke everything. You're serving me, you should be with me. So when you're chanting, we just focus on chanting, and even service-related thought comes, they're troubling us too much. Better we can just write that down in some place. But then japa time should not become planning. The Prabhuji strategic planning. Japa time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I'm not getting any strategies. Don't worry. Put your hand in the bead bag. You'll get many wonderful ideas. Idea. Thank you, Krishna. Keep it aside into idea. So it's not idea making, but something is really bothering you. Better write it down somewhere so that it doesn't go out from your mind. Because that is the concern. Oh, bro, this is the point. Mind is telling, Prabhu, you do like this, please. Next chapter, please, this is the point you have to do. Okay, Baba, I'll write it down. Okay? Now mind is peaceful when we chant. But that should not be recurring. One more idea. Shh. All ideas after japa. Yes. We'll take one last question before we conclude. Sumitra Madhavi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, what matters most, quality or quantity? Like, we know the quality of 16 rounds does matter for us, and we have to finish during the Brahma Muhurta time. So like Chaturmas is going on and we have to increase our sadhana. So let's say we finish our rounds in the morning time and we have to do extra rounds, like we increase our sadhana usually during this part of the year. So what if I'm doing my extra rounds and I'm doing other chores at a time? So is that okay? Or because we don't have that much time, quality time to sit again for, for 2 hours to finish more rounds. So
Have you done your 16 rounds and then with the chores you're doing?
yes, like for extra rounds.
No problem. That is okay. That is fine. With the feedback, without feedback?
So sometimes with beat bag and sometimes with on a counter.
Okay. Because when we say beat bag, right, we put hand in beat bag and suppose we are doing that. Of course, your intent is very sincere. I want to chant more and then keep doing. I don't want to miss anything. What happens, there is a tendency it will creep in that doing the chores tendency will come in your regular japa. Something they will say that is okay. 16 हो गया 16 के बाद okay 16 के पहले भी चलता है. And little by little then we will start drifting this and mind is big cheater. So thus we have to be little careful that we don't try to do that during, because when we are taking the beat back and doing. So once I remember was one devotee doing like this with the japa beats like this. Bhajan Rahasya very clearly says, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, that you're not supposed to, shake the beats. His whole name Jayapata Kamala. He said, who are these 108? They are all gopis. When you're dealing with them, you have to be very sincere and attentive. And the devotee was very seriously chanting. So that's the consciousness of great souls. He said, they are all gopis. Deal properly. So when we are with the beats, we don't do anything else. We try. Otherwise, that habit comes. Chalo, let's message comes and the beats will. Chalo, we're replying that Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And one more tendency comes. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So that tendency will, the more we give room for Maya, the Maya will keep entering. So that's why I personally wouldn't recommend. On the other hand, we put some kirtans while doing that particular. See, Krishna will see your sincere intent. Krishna is not pleased with numbers. Right? He's not playing a number game. He's just pleased to see that we are doing why we are doing our 16 rounds? Because that's what will please Prabhupada. We are doing for that purpose. And why we are trying to chant more and do more Jatamas? Again, to remember Krishna. He's pleased. Is it okay? All right, we pause here and I request Gaurav Prabhu, if possible, to pause the recording.